Imagine this. One day you're part of a healthcare team that feels solid and secure. The next, you're holding a layoff notice. What if that moment, as painful as it feels, could actually open the door to a career path you never even imagined? Let's talk about why a layoff doesn't have to be the end of your story. Hey there, healthcare heroes. Today we're talking about something that's hitting close to home for many of you. Just last week, United Health announced they're replacing their call center staff with AI scheduling systems. It's part of a trend we're seeing across healthcare. Over 35,000 healthcare workers have faced layoffs this year alone. I'm Jordan, and before becoming a career coach, I spent 12 years working in hospital administration until our department was restructured. That experience taught me something crucial. A layoff isn't the end of your story. It's just an unexpected chapter. In today's video, we'll walk through practical strategies for navigating this challenging transition, building new skills, and possibly discovering career paths you haven't even considered yet. And I'd love for this to be a conversation. Share your experiences in the comments because your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. Understanding today's healthcare layoff landscape. Let's get real about what's happening in healthcare right now. The industry isn't shrinking, it's transforming. But that doesn't make the experience of losing your job any less disruptive. AI and automation are reshaping administrative roles like scheduling, billing, and records management. Meanwhile, mergers and acquisitions are eliminating duplicate positions across systems. The frustrating reality? These changes impact some regions harder than others, often hitting rural and underserved communities where healthcare jobs are economic lifelines. But here's the perspective shift that helped me. This transformation is creating new roles at the intersection of healthcare and technology. Your experience isn't obsolete, it just might need redirecting. Think of it as healthcare knowledge, finding new expressions rather than being replaced. What changes are you seeing in your healthcare workplace? Drop a comment below. I'm genuinely curious about your observations. Immediate actions after a layoff. The first 72 hours after a layoff are critical, both emotionally and practically. Let's talk through what to prioritize. First, capture everything before you lose access. Get copies of your performance reviews, save contact information for references, and document your achievements. One viewer told me she took photos of thank you cards from patients. What powerful evidence of your impact. For financial stability, understand exactly what's in your severance package. Many healthcare employers offer career transition services as part of severance. Don't leave that support on the table. And immediately file for unemployment benefits. There's no shame in this safety net that you've contributed to throughout your working life. Now for the emotional reality check. It's normal to feel a mix of shock, anger, and worry. One hospital administrator told me, "I went from managing a department on Tuesday to questioning my career choice by Thursday." Give yourself permission to process these feelings, but try to avoid making major decisions while in this emotional state. What was the most helpful thing someone did for you after a career setback? Share in the comments. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs right now. Transferable skills assessment. You've developed incredibly valuable skills in healthcare that transfer beautifully to other settings. Let's identify them. If you've worked directly with patients, you've mastered the art of clear communication, often in high-stress situations. You've navigated complex compliance requirements, which is highly valued in many regulated industries. And that crisis management experience? Gold in virtually any workplace. Your technology proficiencies matter too. Experience with EHR systems shows you can learn specialized software. Scheduling systems, inventory management, and data entry accuracy are all transferable skills. Don't underestimate those so-called soft skills either. Healthcare cultivates exceptional empathy, problem-solving under pressure, and team collaboration. A former nurse who transitioned to corporate training told me, after managing family expectations in the ICU, handling executive stakeholders felt surprisingly manageable. Take a moment to jot down your top transferable skills. This isn't just a confidence exercise, it's preparation for telling your professional story in a new context. Strategic career pivots for healthcare professionals. Let's explore pathways that value your healthcare experience while opening new possibilities. Adjacent healthcare roles might allow you to leverage your knowledge in a new context. Patient advocacy positions value your understanding of healthcare systems. Medical device or pharmaceutical sales seek people who speak the language of healthcare. Health insurance companies need claims reviewers who understand clinical documentation. Bridge positions at the intersection of healthcare and technology are growing rapidly. Implementation specialists help clinics adopt new software. Clinical content developers create training materials. Remote options have exploded. Telehealth coordination, virtual patient education, and medical coding can often be done from anywhere. And don't overlook entrepreneurial paths. I recently interviewed a former hospital administrator who now runs a thriving patient navigation business, helping people understand their treatment options and insurance coverage. What career pivot are you considering? Share in the comments. Our community might have specific advice for your situation. Skill development, roadmap. Strategic upskilling beats random learning every time. Let's create a focused approach. Start with quick win certifications that demonstrate your adaptability. A healthcare data analytics certificate can be completed in weeks, not years. Project management certifications like CAPM or Lean Six Sigma show you can drive efficiency, something you've likely been doing already. You don't need to break the bank either. Your local workforce development office often offers free training specifically designed for industries hiring in your region. Professional associations provide member discounts on certification programs. And don't overlook LinkedIn Learning or Coursera, which offer healthcare-specific courses at affordable rates. Build hands-on experience through strategic volunteering. One medical receptionist I worked with volunteered to manage a community clinic's database, added that experience to her resume, and landed a healthcare informatics role 3 months later. The technology skills most in demand right now? Basic data analysis, familiarity with AI-assisted workflows, and digital patient engagement platforms. Even introductory knowledge in these areas can set you apart in interviews. Job search strategies for the modern healthcare market. The job search itself is a full-time job, so let's make it productive and strategic. Your digital presence needs immediate attention. On LinkedIn, follow healthcare innovation companies and engage with their content. Update your profile to highlight those transferable skills we identified earlier. One simple trick? Add open to work to your profile. Recruiters actively search for this flag. When applying, customize your materials for each healthcare segment. A cover letter for a health tech startup should emphasize your adaptability and technology comfort, while one for a community health organization might highlight your commitment to patient access. Preparing for interviews in this climate requires addressing the layoff directly. Practice a brief neutral explanation. My department was impacted by the organization's move toward automated scheduling. While unexpected, it's given me the opportunity to pursue roles that align with healthcare's future direction. For salary negotiations, research has become essential as healthcare compensation models shift. Sites like Glassdoor and the Bureau of Labor Statistics can help you understand fair market rates for your target role. What's been your most effective job search strategy? Drop it in the comments. Let's build a collective toolkit that helps everyone. Building long-term career resilience. Career resilience isn't about avoiding change. It's about anticipating it and being prepared to adapt quickly. Develop the habit of spending just 20 minutes weekly scanning healthcare industry news. This small investment helps you spot trends before they impact your role. Join a professional association in your target field. They often provide early signals of industry shifts through their newsletters and conferences. Cultivate relationships intentionally. Mentorship works both ways. Consider reverse mentoring, where you pair with someone in a different generation to exchange perspectives. Industry associations, alumni networks, and even LinkedIn groups provide connections that might become your lifeline during transitions. Your personal brand matters more than ever. Could you share your healthcare insights through a blog post or LinkedIn article? One nurse who was laid off wrote about patient communication techniques, caught the attention of a healthcare communications firm, and was hired as a consultant. Finally, financial preparation creates the ultimate safety net. When you're employed again, aim to build 3 to 6 months of expenses in an emergency fund. This financial buffer gives you the confidence to make strategic career moves rather than panic decisions. Success stories and case studies. Let me share some real transformation stories that keep me inspired. Meet Sophia, a hospital unit secretary whose position was eliminated after 12 years. She leveraged her EHR knowledge to become a software trainer for the same system, increasing her salary by 35% and eliminating her commute by working remotely. Then there's Marcus, a medical biller who took a 6-week coding boot camp after his department was outsourced. He now works as a healthcare database specialist, building the systems that will shape healthcare's future. My favorite story might be Elena's. After 9 years as a nurse administrator, her position was consolidated during a merger. Today, she runs a thriving healthcare staffing agency, turning her understanding of clinical needs into entrepreneurial success. What do these stories have in common? Each person experienced a period of uncertainty, invested in targeted learning, leveraged their healthcare knowledge in a new context, and ultimately found work that aligned with healthcare's evolution rather than its past. Are you a success story in progress? I'd love to hear where you are in your journey in the comments below. Let's turn inspiration into action. I've created a free, downloadable career transition workbook specifically for healthcare professionals. You'll find it linked in the description below. It includes self-assessment tools, industry research guides, and resume templates tailored for healthcare pivots. For ongoing support, join our Healthcare Career Resilience Facebook group. It's a private community where you can ask questions, share opportunities, and connect with others navigating similar transitions. Your immediate next step? Today, reach out to 3 former colleagues or contacts and let them know you're exploring new opportunities. This simple action activates your network and often yields unexpected leads. Next week, we'll dive into healthcare roles on the rise, where the growth is happening. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll explore emerging positions at the intersection of healthcare, technology, and patient advocacy. Thank you for investing this time in your professional future. Remember, your healthcare experience hasn't lost its value. It's simply waiting for its next expression. If you found today's strategies helpful, please subscribe for weekly guidance on navigating healthcare career transitions. Consider sharing this video with colleagues facing similar challenges. Sometimes the right information at the right moment makes all the difference. I'd love to know which strategy resonated most with you or what topics you'd like covered in future videos. Drop that in the comments below. Until next time, remember that career transitions, while challenging, often lead to unexpected growth. The healthcare knowledge you've worked so hard to develop will find new ways to make a difference. I'm rooting for you. New closing loop, added after your current closing. So let's circle back to where we started. A layoff isn't the end of your story. It's just an unexpected chapter, and chapters can lead to breakthroughs. Your healthcare knowledge, your resilience, your ability to care under pressure, those don't disappear with a job. They're tools you carry into your next opportunity. Remember that the very skills that make you valuable in healthcare are the same skills that will carry you forward into the future.